All right, folks, it started today. The Fed meeting started today, and it's supposed to finish tomorrow. And we're going to have the meeting minutes, or literally the decision of the Fed about inflation, because inflation is now, this whole panic thing, this whole market sell-off we've been seeing, especially with tech and growth stocks since the beginning of this year, it's really tied to inflation. It's tied to interest rates raising. People are now, shifting their investment strategies. But right now, I feel like the market is totally not really knowing what to expect, not really knowing what to do, not really, losing its mind. And it's the exact same behavior I would expect as an investor when it comes to such situations, because whenever investors or the market doesn't know exactly what is coming ahead of you, like when you're driving in the dark and you don't really see, 5, 10, 15 miles ahead of you, you tend to slow down, right? You tend to slow down in order to see exactly if you're not going the wrong way. So it's kind of what it's happening here. So what is really interesting with AMC and, GameStop and other stocks, the memes, is that nobody knows exactly. The Fed president, Jerome Powell, maintained people in the dark. He didn't say how many times they're going to raise interest rates. He didn't tell when. That's why it's even more crazier and dangerous driving people to sell off more stocks, because they don't know. They don't know anything. All right. Now, tomorrow, based on what the market did so far, based on, what the economy did so far, based on, the corporate earnings that we had so far, he might say, well, I'm going to do something to smooth a little bit, the craziness out there in the market. But the economic confidence, the consumer confidence came higher than expected, meaning people are already pricing in the fact that we are in an inflationary time, meaning I have to pay higher for groceries, for cars, for gas, for food, for rent, for houses, for a bunch of anything I need in order to live. So that could also trigger him into doing, what? People are already ready. People are already, expecting this to happen. So boom, here it is. Shutting down and triggering, triggering the shutdown onto market. So it could go either way. But when it comes to AMC and GameStop, it doesn't matter what happens, it's gonna be really, really hard, because at interest rates gets higher, it means the debt gets more expensive to sustain. It means cheap money is not available anymore. So how are you gonna continue as a short seller to support those short positions, even if the share price is down? Especially if the share price is down, because you can literally get out now and minimize the losses. But because your business as a hedge fund is also not doing that good, you're pretty much not, there is no way out of this. So expect some craziness going on to tomorrow, volatility on the market, but it doesn't matter what happens. The thing is, with what the Fed is going to do, which we know is already coming, but also with what the SEC is going to do this week when it comes to, transparency and reforming security lending. And when it comes to what the market as a whole is reshifting into, what do I need to put my money on for 2022? Do you think AMC is going to be out of the radar? Because they are tracking us, right? So they know exactly that nobody is selling. So a bunch of other people with deep pockets, not the short sellers, but deep pocket that have been putting cash on the side, may come now and say, you know what? It used to be $72 at the highest. And now it's trading on 15, 16? Okay. And what is happening here? All right. Boom. Let me go in and ride this thing all the way back up. You see that they have no way out of this. So based on this, I'm just being patient. That's all.